Oswald Estate has long since been the subject of speculation. Having switched the hands of owners several times between its construction and completion, it now remains within the Oswald family. Rumors spread that others were trying to toss their name into the ring, throwing out offers to sweep it out from under old Elias's feet. He accepted none of them. Now that the dust has settled, the older gentleman sent out an invitation to those who wished for the estate most, but would it be more than they bargained for? Among the first to arrive are the well-to-do Evil Queen and Cruella de Vil, acquaintances since they were children, though they lost touch sometime during their teenage years. Both accepted the invitation with greed and the hope that they would be able to procure the estate from Elias himself. They arrived by carriage and requested to be taken directly to their living quarters for the weekend, though the Evil Queen couldn't help but wonder if Mr. Oswald had yet moved on from his late wife. Anastasia Tremaine found herself filled with unfamiliar nerves. There was so much at stake for her and her family. After the death of her father and Cinderella's departure, her small family was in danger of losing everything. Their status in society had already suffered, but Anastasia thought that this might be her big chance to make everything right for them again, and maybe have a second chance at love. Gaston, having been vying for a mansion of his own ever since he was tall enough to drink raw eggs for breakfast, jumped at the chance to spend some time at the estate. Without LeFou by his side to watch after, he knew he would be free to roam about as he pleased, and maybe even find some hopeless romantic to marry. Charlotte LaBeouf arrived as a vision in pink and just as bubbly as ever. She received the invitation while on vacation with her family somewhere tropical that she forgot the name of, but was all too eager to accept as she'd been wanting to visit the house for as long as she could remember. She was so delighted to find out that there was a pink room that the distant neighbors from across the harbor heard her squeal. On the train ride there, Charlotte sat a few rows ahead of the dark-haired Esmeralda, who was far away from where she considered home to be. She kept fidgeting in her seat on the way to the estate, wondering if it was a good idea that she had come here at all. She hasn't always been on the right side of the law, and putting herself in such a spotlight may not have been the best circumstances for a gypsy. Yzma wasn't thrilled about going away for the weekend. Kronk had seen to accepting the invitation for her, and much against her will. He said it might be good for her to get out for a bit. As long as there were no llamas in sight, she would have to grit her teeth and bear it, though she hoped the angry-looking fellow sitting across from her on the plane wouldn't be heading there too. Dr. Facilier spent the entire plane ride shuffling through his cards, trying to predict his future but only getting hazy responses. As of late, he'd been trying to conceal his voodoo magic, for the rumors swirling around New Orleans had almost tarnished his reputation, and worst of all, his business. But while everyone else was traveling alone, he had friends on the other side. When Li Shang received the invitation in the post, he was hesitant to accept. The last time he left the comfort of his own city, he'd almost lost his life, and he didn't care to repeat that part of his past. But he wanted to see more of the world and get out of his comfort zone. He wanted to learn how to live instead of just trying to defend his country for his own honor. Maybe at the estate he would find that little piece of himself. To say that Tiger Lily didn't want to be there was an understatement. After the ordeal with Captain Hook, she isolated herself in Neverland even from those she loved the most. But now that she was a little bit older, she was encouraged to get out and see more of the world. Rumors of the Oswald estate opening for the weekend to a select few swirled around even the furthest corners of the fairy tale lands, and it was a no-brainer that she had to accept the invitation from old Elias himself. Once the last guest arrived, dinner preparation began while the new house guests settled in for their stay. They were asked to wear their finest attire and to come down to the formal dining room promptly at 5 o'clock in the evening. Hey guys, my name is Angelia and welcome to the very first part of my new series, The 10 Little Sims. I am very excited to be sharing this with you guys. I hope you have enjoyed what you have probably seen so far, and there is more to come in the next 4 weeks. There will be, I think, about, like 8 or 9-ish episodes, somewhere around that area. I haven't exactly counted, but this is our very first part, and we are picking up right where the introduction, segment led off. So, without further ado, the Sims have all gathered in the dining room to eat dinner together. I did have to alter the dining room. I did not realize I did not have enough room, so if you had downloaded the build before, it is a little bit different. I just moved this down and added 2 more chairs so everyone could fit and eat comfortably. It is a very tight fit in here, I will admit, but it all went off pretty well. Currently, I have autonomy turned off, specifically so they will stay in their chairs and not play the musical chair game like they seem to enjoy playing. but this is mostly for them to get to know each other and just get talking and have a good time. Currently, we are on Mr. Elias Oswald, so I think the Evil Queen would really like to have a nice conversation with him. So we are going to discuss the best violinist, and we are going to attempt to brighten his day. Let's also get to know him. She really is interested in him, but, you know, Cruella over here, she's not gonna play dead and lie down, so we are going to enthuse about the meal to him, and we're also going to flatter him. So while they are doing that, I just don't want them, I'm pausing because I don't want them to, like, finish before I get finished clicking on them. Look at Anastasia's face right now. She is incredibly excited about all the possibilities of being here, and can you blame her? So she's going to go ahead and get Dr. Faciliera into a conversation. So she's going to discuss her interests with him. Let's see, we have Yzma there as well. She is going to also chat around, so let's talk about drink making and also get these guys in another conversation. Let's discuss some logic puzzles. And let's talk about cooking with her. Down at this end we have Monsieur Gaston. He is obviously going to try to chat up all the ladies that he possibly can. So we are going to... let's flirt with her. And let's also flirt with Esmeralda, because that's something Gaston would do. But Esmeralda here is going to chat with Charlotte. Let's ask her about her day. And let's get Mr. Shang also involved. He is going to suggest visualization techniques. So, now that we have gotten them all sort of engaged into a conversation, let's watch and see what happens. Oh, we got some dislike bars going on already. This should be interesting. I am actually going to take a quick picture of everyone, just, you know, to have. You know, we started here, and it's very cool to see them all together, especially, this is something I've been planning since the start of my YouTube channel, and I'm incredibly excited to finally be able to bring this to life. This is something I've been discussing with Emily, aka Strumpet, if you were on Coffeecraft, for months and months, so I'm really, really excited. So they are all chatting with each other. Can we just, I'm just going to pause really quick. Can we just take a second to appreciate Esmeralda's freaking headwear right now? I'm so in love with this. She looks so pretty. And obviously I put her in the red dress for, that's caps lock. Because of, you know, the dancing outfit in the square that she had. So they are currently getting to know one another, trying to strike up friendships. I mean, they are going to be spending an entire weekend with each other, or so they think. They were all brought here under the circumstance. Oh gosh, people are already fighting over here. This can't be good. Who are you arguing with, Evil Queen? Envious from Jealous Strait. It's hard to see other couples together when you don't have anyone special in your life. Well, why don't you go ahead and flirt with Oswald over here? I'm sure Elias would greatly appreciate it, but maybe not. And look at Lottie picking up. Lottie, you're a sweetheart, honey, but I would really prefer it if you would sit down. If you're gonna clean up, can you sit back down? I really want you guys to sit for me. Driving me a little bonky. Sit down, Esmeralda. Gaston would really like. I did not mean to click on her. I meant. Oh, it's not letting me click. Okay, come on. I know you're really upset that I have more than 8 Sims in my household, but I really need you to work for me. I don't know why it wasn't. That was weird. Okay. So let's go ahead and flirt with her again. Is he sad for the jealous thing as well? Yes, he is. Once Lottie gets back, you done with this? Yes? Okay. Lottie, you better be going back, honey. Look how cute she looks in her little pink ball gown. I love it. You don't need to clean up, my dear. Just please sit down. We will clean up instead. I kind of dread, like, I have autonomy off, and they're still insisting on cleaning up. It's like, I would really like to get through this part without you doing all this nonsense, but hey, that's cool. Alright. Looks like these two are getting along quite well. Now that they have all returned, we're going to quickly just go through their traits. I know it's kind of taking up some space in this episode, but... Oh, I forgot, I need to turn aging off, because it's not really pertinent to this, but, So here we have Yzma. I tried to do as best as I could when creating her, but it's kind of hard to make her look like Yzma. She hates children, she is mean, and she is evil, and her aspiration is to be a mansion baron. We have Elias Oswald, aka the head of the estate and the owner. He is creative, ambitious, cheerful, and he is domestic because he wants to have a big happy family. His appearance is based off of Walt Disney himself, and his name Elias is actually Walt Disney's middle name, so that is why I chose it. And Oswald is from Oswald the Rabbit. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, please go take a look at it. It's great. Next we have Corella Deville. She's a snob, materialistic, mean, and also business savvy because she is also a mansion baron, or her aspiration is rather. We also have the evil Queen, who is a snob, jealous, and mean, and she wants to be fabulously wealthy. Next up we have Anastasia Tremaine. She's sad too. She's materialistic, romantic, jealous, and alluring because she wants to find her soulmate, and I did take that from the second Cinderella. Next up we have Dr. Facilier, who's probably my favorite one that I made, if I'm honest. He's materialistic, creative, and mean, and he's also dastardly because he wants to be the chief of mischief. We also have Li Shang, who is good, ambitious, active, and gregarious because he wants to be leader of the pack. We also have Tiger Lily from Peter Pan. She loves the outdoors, she's good, ambitious, and a collector because she is an outdoor enthusiast. We have Monsieur Gaston over here. He's materialistic, jealous, and active, and also wants to be fabulously wealthy. We have Esmeralda. I just named her Phoebus because, you know, she fell in love with Phoebus. She loves the outdoors, she's creative, outgoing, and a muser because she wants to be a musical genius. And last but not least, we have Miss Charlotte LeBoeuf. She's materialistic, romantic, cheerful, and alluring because she also wants to find her soulmate. So now that we have gone through all... Oh gosh, we have a little phrasing. There we go. Now we've gone through all that, we are going to unpause and let them get on chatting here. This part is all about them, you know... Why did you not place... Oh, you did. That was weird. This is all about them getting to know one another and, you know, settling in. And that's what they're trying to do right now. Lottie, are you talking with anyone? Here, talk with Gaston, discuss some interests. Why don't you talk to Shang as well? Give him a heartfelt compliment. Floating plates. There are ghosts here. There's so much dislike going on over this end of the table. I'm seeing some personalities start to clash already. It looks like our villains are in competition right now, which I anticipated to happen, if I'm honest. Especially since... Come on. Oh gosh, they just all reset on me. I don't know why that happened, but since it is getting a little bit later in the evening, they should probably retire over to the lounge, which is over here, and have some drinks. But first we need to make the drinks, and I actually forgot where I put the bar. Is the only bar out here? Yeah, it must be. So, they are going to come out here and get some drinks. I don't know if I actually made anyone skilled in bartending. Like, enough for... She's a 7, so she might be my highest one. He's a 7 as well. I think I'm just gonna have him do it. Well, wait. Didn't I make him pretty high in mixology? I thought for sure I made a lot of them pretty high. I know I made Yzma high. Well, we're just gonna have him 10 bar. So, actually, you know what? We're just gonna hire a mixologist. I actually need to edit their money because they have quite a bit of money. Oh my gosh, let's just do money. Oh, I don't have testing sheets on. Oh, there we go. I was just doing the achievement. Alright. Did you hire that mixologist? I don't recall seeing the... Yes, okay. So, we are just gonna send most of them over here. I can't see a lot of them drinking, but we can pretend. Actually, you know what I want to do real quick? I know I'm like all over the place right now. I'm going to just buy a bar and put it inside. Just to make it easier so they don't have the... That was not what I was trying to clone. The mixologist doesn't have to walk all over there, and neither do our lovely house guests. So, we're just going to stick it right in here. Is that enough room? Nope, there we go. The mixologist should go to this one. It is the closest one. So, she should be going there whenever she arrives. Drop the walls back down. Let's send Yzma over here. Can already hear the wind chimes going. And we'll just have some of them stand and all of that. You can sit. Let's allow the ladies to sit as well. I think I missed Tiger Lily, but she can sit here. Okay, honey, you can sit here then. It must be just a two-seater. Who are we missing? We're missing Shang and Gaston. So unfortunately, boys, you gotta stand. Let's go here. So they are all gathering here. Elias will be grabbing something to drink before he settles in for the evening. Is this, what is Mila? So once she gets behind this freaking bar, we will get a drink. Just spend some time relaxing with the people that are going to be staying with us for quite a while. So, I'm going to have him order a drink for himself. We are going to order favorite drink. I'm assuming Mila is some sort of a psychic, that she knows this. I believe I actually have, yeah, I have their needs static for the moment. Because this is mostly story driven and I don't want to worry about it.
Oh, your dish.
So he is going to be waiting for his favorite drink over here. Which I kind of like this setup, it's quite nice. Let me go ahead and open the fridge here and put these back inside. What is his favorite drink? Ooh, it's a fizzy fruity drink. That kind of fits you, Mr. Elias. So I feel like Corella would be like the first one to hop up and grab a freaking drink. So she's gonna go order her favorite drink as well. And Elias, you know, this is kind of stressful having so many people in your home, and he's not used to it. He's not used to having his home open. He's used to having just the maid and such, which actually I do need to hire a maid really quickly before I forget. So let's go ahead and hire a service. Let's hire a scheduled maid so she can help us clean up. The maid is not part of this story. It's just to help me with the cleanup processes and stuff like that. So he is actually going to come upstairs and just hang out in his room and have a nice relaxing time. You know, he just needs a moment to sit and breathe. Looks like Corella is waiting for her favorite drink to get here. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. How's everyone here doing? No one is talking to each other because I have autonomy off, so that's awkward. Why don't you sit here, dear? Why don't you engage them in some conversation? Complain about love life. Let's compliment his outfit, you know? It's pretty jazzy. Let's gossip. Let's have her talk to Shang. Let's... Oh, I guess he's too far away. Let's gossip with her. Esmeralda and Tiger Lily can have a nice little chat. Let's discuss our interests. And I do believe everyone should be in a nice conversation. There we go. They're all chatting. What is your favorite drink, my dear? Ooh, Sea of Fire. That looks incredible. Somehow I'm not entirely shocked. And I do believe she would immediately cut her conversation short in favor of grabbing a drink. I should probably get them all to get their drinks, but sometimes when there's too many over here, it just gets a little bit crazy. Oh gosh, her dress is flipping through. That is awkward. Oh my gosh, look at her feet. This dress is mildly terrifying. I might have to change her real quick because this is kind of scaring me. Let's change her outfit. Let's go to her formal wear. There we go. Now you can sit back down. Aw, she wants to chat with Miss Charlotte. I love the sound of the wind chimes. Now, Gaston, he's gonna want something to drink, guys. So let's order a specific drink. Ooh, I feel like he's more of a, like, beer type, so let's grab the barley bale. That's definitely right up his alley. Shang, I feel like, probably hasn't really drank much in his life, so he's gonna go order a drink. He's never really, like I said, he's never really drank that much, so he's gonna also try a beer. I'm assuming that's beer. It looks German, so he's gonna try his first drink. Did you just leave that up there? You guys are slobs already, like. I will be cleaning this up before the next part. But for right now, it's just gonna kind of hang out on the counter. Just to make it easier for me to grab it. So it looks like the two boys are... Oh, they're not chatting. Actually, it looks like they might be. Charlotte, why don't you go grab something, honey? Why don't you go order your favorite drink? I'm kind of curious to see what that is. So, Mr. Elias is still relaxing up here. I am going to... Oh gosh, it froze. He's gonna take a nice little bath for us. Look how adorable Lottie looks in this gown. Gaston, did you forget your drink? Oh, I don't know whose that is. I think she's just making random drinks. So why don't you actually come and grab that? Actually, no. I feel like that's more of Yzma's style. Why don't you go and drink that? Oh, her dress is clipping as well, but that's okay. Oh, she wants to get to know Anastasia. I quite like that. That's adorable. So most of them have gotten their drinks by now. Oh, Gaston has decided to clean up for us. Well, alright. Why don't you chat with Shang for a little bit? Let's rapidize about piano sonatas. It seems like a Lottie thing to do. Looks like her favorite is a silent film, but it's not very good quality, but you can drink it anyways. Who's not drinking? I know you drink. You have not. Let's go order. Order your favorite drink. Tiger Lily hasn't as well. I don't know. I don't really quite see her as a drinking type, but we're gonna get all the girls' drinks as well. Can we dismiss them if they're done? Doesn't look like it. Oh, they're having a nice little chat over here by the waterfall walls. Getting lost in some conversations and just hanging out together. I quite like it. Why don't you go kind of clean up for me again? You should clean up the rest of it. Hopefully. Yeah, he's grabbing it all. Where are you going, mister? The dishwasher. think I'm actually going to go ahead and take autonomy off in a second. Not right this moment, because we do need to get through some more story. So let's go hop over and see what these guys are doing. They're still chatting. She is admiring these possessions over here, hoping that maybe... Let's critique the work. That is my timer. All three of these ladies are hoping to find love. I had a feeling he would be of the sophisticated wine sort. What are you drinking? Soft Shadow Avornalino? I don't know how to pronounce that. So while the house guests are in the lounge and enjoying drinks and cleaning up in the kitchen, Elias has been upstairs for quite a while, so let's get and check on him. What are you doing up here, Yuzma? Yuzma. Can you please go back downstairs? He needs some more time to himself, if you don't mind. You're being quite intrusive, miss. So while they are all downstairs, he is going... something... Is some... Oh, it's the fountain. I'm losing it, guys. So while they are all downstairs enjoying their time together and, you know, loosening up a little bit, because some of them were quite tense before coming here, Elias is writing some letters. He is already preemptively writing some thank you notes and getting some things in order. However, things cannot remain calm forever, and something is coming. Something is about to happen. But until then, I will see you guys in the next part of the 10 Little Sims. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye! As the guests finished their supper and retired to the lounge for drinks, Mr. Oswald went up to his room for a few moments of some much-needed solitude. Having been too invested in their own conversations, his absence went unnoticed for over an hour before it roused their attention. Tiger Lily was the first to make note of it, and upon going up to his living quarters, they were met with an unexpected surprise. Mr. Oswald was collapsed in a heap on the floor, with the Grim Reaper looming in the doorway.